Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. I say welcome to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. And the question for the night is America rising or slipping? The raw breakdown. The truth first. America is not collapsing right now, but it's also not in a clean rise phase either. It's in a late stage power cycle, what history calls a plateau under pressure. Yeah, the rise. This was America's run. Post World War II dominance, dollar becomes global reserve, military unmatched, innovation engine, tech, finance, culture. This is the same kind of run the Roman Empire had in its prime. Yeah, clear, dominant, and unchallenged. Now, the plateau, where we are now. This phase has very specific signals. You have internal tension rising, political division is high, trust in institutions is dropping. And can you blame people? Look at our current job market. The stock market has been extremely volatile. So people have lost money, even though there have been certain individuals that have made some money in the downturn. But a lot of people losing money in their retirements, 401ks, businesses and companies collapsing. They can't hold up under the weight of this pressure. And then you look at other economic pressures that are building. Look at our debt ceiling. The debt is climbing with the nation itself, and then also on a micro level, individual household debt. Student loan debt, credit card debt. You name it. The cost of living, steadily rising, and it's hitting people directly. Grocery stores, at the gas pumps, and if you have kids, that makes it even worse, The external challenge, emerging. And that external challenge is coming from China. China is the first real competitor in decades. What does that mean? America isn't falling, but it's being tested from inside and outside at the same time. And then we move into phase 3, the fork in the road, the critical moment. Every empire hits this point. 2 outcomes. You have path A, renewal, rebuild systems, infrastructure, stabilize economy, reduce internal division, stay dominant. Path B, slow decline, more division, economic strain, it compounds. What I would add on to that, we are in either a serious late stage recession, or we are in the early stages of a depression. Influence gradually shrinks, in which America has lost global influence. And this is exactly what happened to the British Empire. Not collapse immediately, but loss of global dominance over time. Now, what most people get wrong, people think collapse looks like chaos overnight. Government disappears. Everything crashes instantly. Some would say that's Hollywood. Real collapse looks like things just feel harder than they used to be. And that's the truth. Less global influence, de-dollarization, slower growth, less buying power, more internal stress. It's subtle, until it's obvious. Now, why America is still dangerous in a good way? Yeah, okay. Even under pressure, the United States has military dominance, tech leadership, AI, defense, different strategic systems, financial control, the dollar system for however long, that lasts. Talent magnet, people still want to come here. Yeah, that's on the decline also. The United States is losing its power of the brain drain. Now, it hasn't happened overnight, but there are a lot of talent worldwide that are now, they have decided to go to universities and to other countries to study and learn abroad, and also to work in their corporations, whereas before the United States would be automatically the global draw. But it's changing with these immigration policies, and then, like I said, all this mess with these wars that the United States has been getting into. People are starting to turn away, and then not just that, you also have some talented people that are leaving the United States, and even people that some that are retirees or that can digital nomad and work abroad, and some people that have their finances together and they are able to leave. There is an exodus from the United States that is going on, and obviously the media, mainstream media, doesn't want to say it, yet, I guess until it reaches a certain point. But newsflash, it's coming, there are people that they are leaving the United States, they're tired of it, and they want, a different lifestyle where their dollars go further. And even those that do have the money, some, they want their peace and their peace of mind. Yeah, real talk, I wouldn't say fully yet, but America is not collapsing, not peaking upward anymore either. And that's dangerous. When you get to the point where you become stagnant, the next phase is you going downward, being stress tested at a high level. And Iran has proved that, real talk. This is a proven era for the United States. And what would I render as the final verdict? America is in a plateau phase, leaning toward one of two futures: renewal, stay dominant; slow decline, lose top position over time. And I'll call that out right now. China's the new sheriff in town. And in my opinion, I would say the United States hegemony and empire is it's on the decline. China manufactures 97% of the world's goods. And also, they are rapidly advancing in technology. And they've also invested heavily in Africa, so, and China is not about, to give up that stronghold that they have. They're not giving that up, so it's like United States, like Britain, in the Roman Empire, they got caught slipping. They got comfortable and they got caught slipping, whereas it may not be collapsing, but its heyday, in my opinion, is over. United States, it had its heyday, and it's over. They're going to have to share the chessboard, And, yeah, for my closing thoughts, empires don't fall when they're weak. They fall when they stop correcting themselves while they're still strong. Excuse me. When they become complacent, too relaxed, prideful and arrogant. And I'm going to leave this as a caveat. America has begun to turn its back on God. And I guess, it ain't no guess, but it's time to turn back. It was God that made America what it is, and just like God can set up, one kingdom, he can take it down. But anyway, guys, if you want next level, I can map this, directly to Daniel and Revelation and plus modern geopolitics and show you where people think we are on a prophetic timeline. But I just thought I'd share that, with you guys. But anyway, the name of this podcast is Snacks Thoughts. SNAKZTHOUGHTS, guys. Snacks Thoughts. And you can find this podcast on Spotify, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Radio PBM, SoundCloud, and a host of other social media outlets. So please join Snacks Thoughts and, like or unlike the episodes. Either way, leave a comment, guys. Leave a comment. And I also have a YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube, EricBroadus. Eric Broadus YouTube or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So go over to my YouTube channel, smash that bell to become a subscriber, hit the like or unlike button to like the content. Either way, leave a comment, and also smash that hype button, guys, to push the videos and the content out, to reach further audiences, Also, I have Snacks123 on Rumble, SNAKZ123 on Rumble. So join Rumble, follow me over there, guys. Either way, hit the like or unlike button to like all the content. Leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you over there. Everyone has a right to their own opinion, their own perspective, and maybe you have something that you want to add. And lastly, I have the 5 best weight loss products, guys. It's for weight loss and nutrition. So I recommend, click on the link, which will be in the description, and, buy the products. You know what I'm saying? And then share the link with others so that they can also purchase the products and take care of themselves also. Take care of your health, guys. Your health is your wealth. Next to God, your health is the next best thing that you got, guys. Take care of it or take care of you. But anyway, that's all I have. Share it. Snacks Thoughts. Eric Broadus YouTube, Snacks123 on Rumble, and the 5 best weight loss products. All right, guys? Share them with family, frenemy, enemies, frenemies, rats, dogs, bats, goats, cats, whatever. Share them, all right, guys? Peace out, and I will catch you on the next one later.